a mint picker, a derogatory term used to make fun of Genshin players that still continue to play or stream the game when there's nothing left to do. The joke stems from the fact that picking mint is, well, useless. You've done your dailies, spent your resin, and are caught up with all your quests, so all that's left to do is pick mints. So under the umbrella of resinless behavior, mint picker has floated around the community as an insult for streamers that aren't making very creative content. But I'm here to say, calling all these creators mint pickers was completely unfounded. None of these streamers were actually picking mint, it was just a joke. Maybe they would review a
Liar! Enviosity has max mint in his bags. OK Code has max mints in his bag. X-Slice has max mint in his bags. Just because you didn't see it doesn't mean that it didn't happen. Okay? I counted all the mint maxers. I remember.
Character from their chat or even just stand there doing nothing. But no one had actually tried to go around and collect mint in Genshin. And so
Envy's done it every stream.
I started thinking about how no one actually knew the trials and tribulations that would come with picking mint all day.
This is pure slander, and this guy's trying to tarnish Envy's name. He is the one true mint picker.
How many mint are there?
Don't believe me? Don't believe me that Enviosity is the one true mint picker. Well, why don't we go look at his YouTube channel? This guy hasn't uploaded a video in 10 months. And to this day, how do I not dislike that? And to this day, mint, 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 mint. Look at that. He is the one true mint picker, and no one will ever forget.
Take to pick every single mint in the game. I took these intrusive thoughts and made a declaration. I would start up a stream, and I would not end that stream until I pick every single mint in Genshin Impact. But this journey began before I even started the stream, because to pick every single mint on the entire map, you need to, well, have every area of the map unlocked. Look, I'm an avid Genshin player, obviously, and I like the exploration, but I take the game at my own pace, and sometimes I don't want to sit through hours of side quest dialogue. I'm sorry. But if I was gonna make this happen, I knew I had to do some questing. So on the morning of the fabled mint picking day, I woke up around 7 a.m. so that I could get this all done before starting the stream around noon. I looked over the Genshin Interactive map to figure out my plan, and this is what I needed to get done. Disperse the fog to unlock Tectone Bay, do the Legend of Stonelock quest in Sumeru to unlock the final floor of this mountain cavern, finish the sword quest in Chenyu Vale to get into the ruin thing, and check random underground areas to make sure they wouldn't cause me any issues during the stream. The total mint unlocked by doing all 3 of these quests was 7. 7 mint. And since I was going to spend the entire rest of my day in front of my computer, I wanted a change of scenery while I could and completed these quests out in the living room. Tectone Bay was pretty straightforward. Follow the voices, solve some puzzles, and I was able to get it all done in about 20 minutes. Sumeru would be a different story because to unlock the final quest to get the underground room, you need to free every ruin guard from their Dendro prison, and obviously I didn't have the quest yet, so I had to check each and every one of them individually.
Wait, I might have done it.
Stop.
Yeah. Let's go.
Then I went to
You know it's a bad sign when playing the game feels like a fucking punishment.
check Fontaine's underground areas.
Now I gotta check Fontaine. Oh my god.
Finishing the entire Chenyu
Guys, why would you want to play a game if your reaction to playing the game is, oh my god, now I gotta play the game?
Vale questline took another hour, and after cross-referencing the underground areas of the map, I'd successfully prepped the stream in just 3 hours. And so, at 12:30 p.m. local time, I started the stream.
You know he skipped that shit.
Here we go. Sending out the Discord message. Chat, how are we doing? If you did not read the title, yes, it is true. We are picking every single mint in the entirety of Genshin Impact. And you may be curious, how many mints are there in Genshin Impact? Well, in the entirety of the map, there are 2,443 mint. And we will be picking every single one of them. Something we need to immediately address.
Mint
right?
picker!
I, as the
This guy's a fucking mint picker!
Already have 5,000.
What the fuck?
781 mint. Now that's gonna
Nah!
So we're resetting the mint back down to 0. Goodbye. Years of work, years of dedication. I don't even get a special animation or anything.
Nice.
And so we began the journey to collect every single mint. I estimated this would take about 8 hours, which comes out to an MPM of about 5. He knew nothing. I decided to start with Natlin and work my way backwards because Natlin actually had the lowest mint count by region with only 53 of the 2,443 mint total. And getting the high of finishing an entire region pretty early into the stream, I thought would be good for my overall morale. The first thing I needed to do to set up for success was decide on my team. Introducing the cast. Team captain was Chi.
Man, I bet Genshin Impact content is hype right now. I bet it's so good. Man, when CCs are doing shit like this, man, you know, oh, dude, Natlin's got to be fire fucking content, boys.
Yori, because she's my favorite character, her skill teleports her up walls and gaps, and she has a movement speed passive for the team. Shilonen skates up walls, which would obviously be super beneficial here in Natlin and everywhere else around the map, to be honest. Furina would allow me to walk on water, better traversing the map as a whole, and Kazuha with his hops and stamina reduction passive would prove to be very fruitful. I didn't run double Animo since Shiori's movement speed passive doesn't stack with Animo Resonance, or so I thought. But we'll get to this mistake a little bit later on. Blissfully unaware of this oopsie, we actually began our journey and made our way to our first ever mint. Sweet flowers? That's a good one. You know what, buddy? I'll grab ya, but that's not what we're doing today, baby. Chat. Isn't that beautiful? It's our first one. Let's get a photo to remember this moment. Just beautiful. Everything was going as you might expect. Mundane, but efficient. Flying and teleporting around to each area with mint. You may be wondering how I knew where every mint was in the first place. I was using the official Genshin interactive map on the Hoyolab website to find them and mark off the ones that
Does he actually do it? Does he collect every mint?
And 78
17 hours of... He picked mint for 17 fucking hours. Oh my God.
mint picked up in one single stream.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
We had this delivered as your final reward.
Oh my God. Chat, the final reward. Let's go.
They gave him Dawn Winery
I wish I
Dandelion
could
wine.
get lit off this Dawn Winery wine, but like, dudes, it's 6 a.m. And so, while I wasn't ready to partake in the dandelion wine then at 6 a.m., I would be honored to share some with you now. Cheers to the dumbest stream idea I've ever had in my entire life. But
I have so much respect for Eeks for doing this. I would like to go on record saying I think this guy is awesome. But dear God, this shit that Genshin Impact streamers have to do just for content because there ain't nothing to do in that fucking game is fucking nuts. I'll be real. I think Eeks just ended Enviosity's whole career. That wasn't even supposed to be a video. I was just sitting there in awe. I was just legit sitting there in awe. What the hell?